post-recording here. Decided to do this instead because the old introduction kind of sucked. But this is a game I've enjoyed for a few years. Like back when I played it a few years ago, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoy a lot of sci-fi stuff. And I think whoever watches this will enjoy it. But without further ado, we should get started on...
Long ago, the singularity formed, its creators uplifted into something beyond our understanding. These beings, now known as the Lexites, left Earth, traveling to multiple planets in our solar system, before vanishing altogether. This is why we are here. Welcome to Star Control, a state-of-the-art international space agency tasked with the exploration of our solar system and the defense of Earth. Here reside the world's brightest minds and greatest technology, brought together by a strong curiosity to discover the unknown. Help us pioneer the future. Join today.
Oh boy. But yeah, Star Control Origins. This is a game I really remember enjoying. Messed with a little bit and then I decided to make a video out of it. Didn't actually get into the story yet. I was still...
This is an alien transmission.
I'll be quiet.
This is originating from where exactly?
It's local. Triton.
Recall the captain. Tell him that he's needed.
He's still on administrative leave from the incident.
That no longer matters. He's the only one qualified to command the prototype Vindicator.
As I was saying, really remember enjoying from all that time ago. Yeah, I decided to make a video. Didn't get too far into the story. Oh, I didn't even get into the story, which you'll understand why in a second. I've already played this game before. I remember the controls, I don't remember the story really at all. So I'll increase the difficulty. I love sci-fi stuff. I love it. I love it so much.
The last of the crew and supplies should be coming over to you shortly, Captain. Time to get started. Star Control is ordering you to travel to Triton and investigate the alien radio signal that's originating there. It's just a series of regular pulses at 1.42 gigahertz. That's the hydrogen line, in case you've forgotten your radio astronomy. Some very excitable men in glasses are pretty sure if aliens ever try contacting us, they'll do it on that frequency. They are substantially less certain why aliens might be on one of Neptune's moons, though. Scan its surface from orbit. If you find the signal, send one of your ship's landers down to the surface to examine it further. If it is an alien, you are ordered to not die and tell us right away. Sure, you die as much as you want, Captain. Just send the ship back. Not entirely. Their departure is the whole reason we have a Star Control in the first place. Your mission to Triton takes priority, but if you do discover anything concerning the Lexites, you should tell us right away. Well, they're essentially human, so yes? But even during the chaos of their exodus, when they were stealing our launch craft, they went to great lengths to avoid harming anyone. Still, they obviously have access to technology we've never even contemplated. If you do run into them, be careful, Captain. Sure, Captain. You've already forgotten. That's not a good sign. What do you want to know? Hope that helps, Captain. Star Control has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission. It's the fastest, most expensive ship humanity has ever made, Captain. Try not to lose it.
Oh, I'm gonna lose it, alright.
It's also equipped with our latest resource collection landers, which I would encourage you to make heavy use of. We used up a lot. If we want to make any more Vindicator-class vessels, we're going to need you to collect the resources to do it. Looks like you've got everything stowed away now, Captain. You're all set. Good luck. And please, hurry. There are a lot of people down on Earth anxious to find out what's going on.
Alright, so... gotta retrace my steps, and then I'll tell you when we're past the point that I got to. Before I decided to do a video. So I decided to go to the moon. Because I hit the thing up, the upgrade thing, and it told me, oh, I'm gonna have to collect resources, sell them to them. That's how I'll get upgrades.
Resource collected. Press tab to view your inventory and fleet status screen.
There's one more bit of iron somewhere. There it is.
Captain, this is the lunar facility the Lexites settled after they first left Earth. We've sent surveyors here before, and I don't think much has changed since then. Not from all the dust I can see. It doesn't look like the Lexites were here long after they arrived in 2085. This was just a staging area they used before traveling elsewhere. No idea where they went after this, but you know that as well as I do. Finding them is why we have a Star Control in the first place. Captain, there's something powering on here. Blinking lights, humming sounds. There's a computer screen turning on. It says, "Threat to remnants detected. Lander self-defense technology ready to be used. Insert uranium to power." There's a slot in the device here. Do we have any uranium we can feed this thing? I don't keep that on me. We'll have to come back later then, or ignore this entirely. Your call, Captain.
Understood.
Well, this station was designed to test the military capabilities of newly deployed. You passed all of this years ago. Although we still have test drones
Sure.
available if you want to brush up. What sort of trial would you like?
Now you get to see some of the combat.
Great. There's something you should have. I think you'll be able to remember. You'll need to visit the star base. So, would you like to run another trial?
Ooh, advanced nuke.
Captain, Star Control is going to be pretty upset with me.
I'll be fine. Bollocks. Come on. Almost there. There we go.
Great work. You can sure handle that ship, Captain. Here, there's something you should remember. You'll need to visit. So,
Yes.
would you like to run another trial? No problem. Can I do anything else for you? No problem, Captain. Good luck.
Alright, and then... And now we're up to the point where I decided, oh, I'm gonna do a video. This is... I'm telling you, I got nothing going on.
Oh, Captain, this is amazing. It looks like part of an alien spaceship. It's radio silent, though, so it can't be what we were sent out to look for. Still, we're going to bring it back to the ship for analysis. Oh, Captain, this is amazing. It looks like part of an alien spaceship. It's radio silent, though, so it can't be what we were sent out to look for. Still, we're going to bring it back to the ship for analysis.
Captain, you survived.
Restocking on crew.
Not anymore, it isn't. But tell me, Captain, what did you find out on Triton? Yeah, we've seen. Look, Captain, finding out what happened to the But we already knew your order. Investigate the Lexite ruins when you have time. I'm not sure that's now. Uranium? Do you have any idea how much paperwork needs to be done to bring radioactive materials into orbit? It would take years, Captain. That's not a joke. You'll have better luck finding that yourself. You've got resource collection landers. Use them. You'll probably be able to find that on Mercury. Or maybe Io. Oh? Like what? Not sad. Unfortunately, things are a little tight around here. We've used up almost every resource we had making that ship of yours. Even making payroll has been challenging. I have not been too popular around here lately. Return here with any resources you will use advanced space accounting practices to determine what we can build with them. This will all be presented to you as resource units, or RU, which you can then exchange for fuel or...
Yay. Oh. Also, yeah.
Is there anything else? Good luck, Captain.
And now I go. one whole day.
Captain, we've located the source of the radio signal. It looks like there's a crashed ship down there. We should take a lander down to investigate.
You actually came. I can't tell you how sweaty we are to see you. And you're a medium-sized mammal. We come in all shapes and densities, human. I am Chief Viscosity Officer Wimdu of the Taiwan.
Viscosity officer.
You think it's nice to meet me? That's a wonderful change from the usual disgust and contempt we receive when meeting new species. It's a funny story. You'll like it. It starts with these guys called the Scribe. They're the ones who shot us down. They're kind of our friends. They hate us. Not great friends, really. More accurately, they are our masters and the rulers of a cruel empire that we are forced to serve. We're actually trying to protect you from the Scribe. We began receiving your radio transmissions about 50 years ago. You're a fascinating species. And because we knew the Scribe would destroy you if they found you, we've been keeping you a secret from them. At least we were, until a few months ago. The Scribe had evidently received traces of your radio broadcasts themselves. They dropped some pretty terrifying hints that they were looking for you. We were on our way here to stall them, which we did, by getting shot down by them. Hence the distress call. That's a fair point. Still, what's a few favors between friends? Oh, Wimdu. You did it again. Well, let me explain. The Scribe are looking for you in this area of space. They don't know exactly where you are, but they will find you. Not a lot of humans are going to survive that process. The good news is, we can help you. If you help us first. Most of our systems were squished when we dropped out of hyperspace. Our hyperwave radio was one of them, which is why we had to call for help the old-fashioned way. Also, half of our entire ship fell off. Now, we might actually be able to repair all that damage, but we will definitely need that other half of our spaceship back. We can? I don't want to bore you with all the little technical details. Simply put, we are really good at our jobs here. It went down on a planet somewhere in your solar system. I'm not sure where precisely. All planets look the same when you're crying. Though if I had to guess, I'd say it was around one of your larger, bluer worlds. Also, we lost a couple of hyperdrive modules. We'll definitely need those if we want to not starve to death far from home. Those definitely went down somewhere in your inner solar system. I know this is a lot to ask. But finding all of this shouldn't be a problem for a ship with both its halves. You want to learn more about us? I have never been moister.
Okay.
You want to know, best friend? Spying makes it sound so creepy. I mean, it is creepy. It just doesn't have to sound that way. We prefer to call it potential friend oversight. No, that was you. We just watched. Some humans went into the woods and came out walking funny, and they made all that up as an excuse. We never had anything to do with that. No matter how much we wanted to talk to you, and hug you, and hold you, and cuddle you, until you could travel the stars for yourselves, it was safest if we just left you alone. The Scribe have sort of left us in charge of this part of their empire, though not in a way which gives us any actual authority. But that is how we found you, about 50 years ago. We thought about contacting you. A lot. But experience has taught us that it's wise not to interfere with aliens before they're ready. Mostly, we just watched your television shows. You're a lot shorter in person. Did you know that? Of course. They're the dominant species in this part of the galaxy. Or at least the part of the galaxy we know about. When we first reached the stars, it was the Scribe that met us and forcefully included us into their empire. We joined the Empire about 600 years ago. The Scribe have changed a lot since then. These days, they're really more into exterminating new species they encounter. No doubt. Which is why they will definitely kill you all first. Because we knew the Scribe would wipe you out if they found you, we've often kept the ship in the area to steer them away if they came by. Don't even bother checking out that yellow star, we'd say. Not a great plan, I realize, as I say it out loud. But it was never an issue. They actually don't care that much what happens in this neighborhood. Until just recently, anyways. Entirely unselfish reasons, you could be sure of that. Honestly, once we started watching your shows and writing fan fiction for your shows, and then taking that fan fiction a bit too far for your shows, we could hardly just sit back and do nothing. Yeah, we don't much like talking about them either. So, will you help? Great! We'll give you so many hugs if you manage to succeed. Great!
Okay. There it is. What did I hit? Huh. Didn't even know that was a thing. It's not meant to be there and I don't like it. Oh, it's like a console. Give me a second. Because that's annoying. Alright. Should be fixed. I think I'll turn myself down a little bit. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now I'll know what not to accidentally press. An identified object. Lucky me.
It's neat, but not much we can do. Looks like an old Russian space probe, Captain. It's neat, but not much we can do with it.
Ah. Boo. Maybe Europa?
Sir, we're detecting an unidentified object on the surface. Well, this is a heck of a thing, Captain. We found, at least I think it's a monument. It's a big, multicolored slab of metal with odd protrusions sticking out of it. Balls and sticks, kind of. There's text on it, or graffiti. Pictures of aliens fighting. Not much we can do with it, but admire it. And done. We'll just leave this here.
Not here. Maybe Uranus? Yeah, Uranus, good.
Sir.
Oh, I think this is it.
This looks like the part of the ship that friendly slug is missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now.
Wait. I saw that.
Our new probable friends. Did you get everything we need? Great! Now we can fix our ship. It worked! It will take another minute or so to get out. So please, don't murder us. Great! You can introduce us to your parents. You can introduce... So, my new damp chum. You can... And leaders, we can tell them what we've told you. Or we could just hang out. Most definitely. But we have procedures to minimize the health. Meeting aliens is not new to us, human. You won't. You might rue it, though. I've heard that people rue meetings with me.
Oh, this thing. Both of them!
Scanning. Scanning. Vessel does not match patterns for any authorized sentient being. EM broadcast detected. Spectrum analysis. Technological development level T3. 2D image in broadcast identified. Processing. Facial edge discrimination does not match known sentience in this sector. You are not a Taiwan. Who are you? Remain where you are. A scribe legate has been notified of your unauthorized existence and is approaching this sector now. Hold. Transmission incoming. New orders received. Local fleet probe vessel 0 will clear system of unauthorized organic vessels. Continue to remain where you are.
Damn.
Whoa, where did that come from? That's a rhetorical question, actually. I know exactly where that came from. A bad, bad place. We're still repairing our weapon systems, so we won't be able to help you. Which is a shame, because we really good luck!
Oh, we're fighting the scribe now? You know, I don't want to find out what death ray is. Yay.
You did great. You are so and sexy. What? That's weird. Translation error, probably. That happens sometimes. Anytime we say something weird or uncomfortable, that'll be a translation error. Of course. And it's not just a humanity-saving deal now. It's also a top... I don't know if you caught it, but that scribe did just threaten to kill all Taiwan everywhere. That's not gonna go over well back home. But first, let's go to Earth. And when you get here, we have something we need to give you.
You're back! So I see. So, we're definitely not alone in this universe. We've suspected as much for a while. Those weird caves on Ceres, the scraps of distant radio signals, all those missing giraffes. But this proves it. There are aliens out there. Including some pretty mean ones. These scribes sound terrifying. I don't know if allied is the right word. Wimdu claims the scribes sometimes integrate new aliens into their empire as vassal states of some kind. And if what Wimdu says is true about their current attitude to young alien species, obliterated sounds like the more likely fate they'll have planned for us. But your successful engagement with them lends us hope that we might not be completely defenseless. A shame it had to come to that. No one woke up today wanting a war with a race of murderous space centaurs. We'll begin preparing a defensive fleet right away. Still, there's a lot about this situation that we don't know. What do you think of this Wimdu? Do you trust him, Captain? That's sensible. You're not alone in that. But it doesn't look like we can afford to turn down any friends at this point. The Taiwan have graciously offered to install something on your ship. They call it a hyperspace module. With it, you'll apparently be able to travel faster than the speed of light. We want you to go with the Taiwan to his home planet and request an alliance with his people. If this works, we'll be sending actual diplomats later to handle the details. But Wimdu has insisted that you make the first gesture. I think he has a bit of a crush on you.
Wow.
And you did save one of their ships. The Taiwan will trust you more than any other human. Moreover, you wouldn't be in command of that ship if you weren't smart, diplomatic, and adaptable. Plus, you've passed all the sanity tests. Nice, Captain. We've helped patch up the Taiwan ship. They've requested you travel with them to their homeworld in the Alpha Repeculate system. Head there right away. After that, see what other information you can gather about the Scribe. Then, if you can, negotiate an alliance between the Taiwan and Earth. After that, see what other information you can gather about the Scribe and the galaxy around us. Paying particular attention to the parts of the galaxy that want to destroy us. We need to get up to speed quickly here. According to Wimdu, Alpha Repeculate is a short distance away by hyperdrive. You should have plenty of fuel to make it there and back. If you want to offload any minerals you've collected or refuel now, I suppose you can do that.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Good luck, Captain.
To activate our hyperdrive, just approach the edge of the solar system. It'll engage automatically.
Oh, neat.
It looks like our new hyperdrive came with a navigational system, Captain. Let's open up the map now by pressing Tab and use the search feature to find our way to Alpha Repeculate.
You have arrived. We have waited for you for a long time. We have been watching. We have never met before, but you know us. We are known as the Arelu Lalile. You mean the Taiwan. The Taiwan are amateurs at
Wow.
watching you. We have a very particular interest in you. Discussing it now would complicate this conversation. You may know that we have watched you for several thousand years, and that is all that you may know. We did not expect you to find us for some time yet. Events have accelerated. Your Lexites saw it. They took a different path. A darker path. But they are not our concern. Our bond is only with you. Because we are. You don't like that? Of course you don't. The memory of this sensation has not been lost to us. Yes, we are speaking down to you. We have both taken different paths to this point in the manifold. We have simply seen more. Our technology is so far advanced from yours, we could take any form we choose. We could be angels, or demons, or little green men. We could be you. The Lexites are not our concern. We don't know where they have gone, but here you are. Sooner than expected, yet almost too late. The most pressing threat you probably perceive is the Scribe. They are a real threat. Though threats come in varying degrees, more are coming.
I see.
The spur is aflame. The Eight are no more, and the precursors have abandoned us. In time, it will. But when that time comes, heed these words. Your path is not guarded by rails. Following familiar beats will lead to peril. If you sense your journey has been taken many times before, then beware. The obvious, unthinking path will give you no reward. The object near here is a space station left behind by a race of aliens who have long departed from this facet. Their true name is not known to any of your peers. Precursors is a common handle in this facet and others. Their artifacts, like this space station, will not work for your peers, but they will work for you, because we have activated them for you. We are not peers of the precursors. They are beyond even us, as they have often shown. But we have seen enough to know some of their tricks. Use these stations. They will be a great asset to you. Their caretakers are unique, but this is typical of precursor technology. It is time for us to go. Very few of my kind remain in true space. Advise we can, but defend we cannot. If you need advice on where to go next, Proxima Centauri is famously not far. The moon of Calf's there contains many valuable resources these star bases can make use of. Beyond that, do not worry. This will not be the last time we talk. You will be fine. Explore, talk, fight. Be human.
And away it goes.
Greek, Sixu, Fringy, hello, 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 hello. Calibration complete. Natural language interaction now possible with hit rate of 99.5 %. Recalibrating. 60. One moment, checking proper motion of calibration stars. This facility has been offline for 205,432 years. Why have I come online now? Checking. Exception, reboot cause not found. This is an automated port, research, recreational facility created by Exception, name not found. I am an avatar of that facility. I have been projected into this facet of the multiverse to facilitate its use. This facility, and others like it, can process raw minerals into generalized resource units, and then process those into fuel, equipment, or entire vessels. It can also tell you stories. Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted. Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics: exception, name not found, local stars, and fun facts. Exception, name not found, lived in these stars for exception, duration not found, years. They did things which I have no record of. The volume of missing records suggests they did many of those things, however.
Wow.
This facility is one
Really?
of those things, designed to assist with the conduct of many of those things. It seems though that this facility has laid dormant for 205,432 years. Its activation now indicates exception, things this indicates not found. That's it. That's all I know. There are other facilities that might be able to offer more.
Wow.
This region occupies a minor arm of the galaxy and has a typical composition of star types and ages. Notable exceptions include the unusually low density of interstellar medium in this area, likely the red supershell of supernovae that occurred 18 million years ago. This region has been continually filled with sapient life since recordings began 218,209 years ago, albeit at a slightly lower density than found in other parts of the galaxy. The 200 billionth digit of E is 2. This facility is over 200,000 years old. Standards may have changed. Calibrations are still continuing. The 200 billionth digit of E is 2. The 200 billionth digit of E. Is there anything else?
Oh.
Is there anything else? One other thing before you go. This facility has peers scattered throughout the spur. They are statistically likely to have experienced different corruption in their memory banks and may have access to different design templates for constructing ship components. Also of note, from any facility you'll be able to access the Hypergate material movement process and instantly travel to another facility you have already visited. That is it. Exception, civil farewell not found.
Oh god. It's a brown door.
Great seeping pour! They actually came. Welcome, humans. We greet you with many open arms. Chief Viscosity Officer Wimdu has already told us so much about his new friends. You wish to be our friends? Then of course we'll ally with you. This is the greatest day in Taiwan history. We will immediately send emissaries to your homeworld to share technology, coordinate with your leaders, and practice handshakes. So, what would you like to do now, best friend? Does anyone on your ship want a massage? That's going to be tricky. You've already blown up one of their ships. They hate that. Probably not, now that you've shot some of them. It might take a while, but they're going to notice a missing ship. And once that happens, it won't be long until they find Earth. Which isn't going to be pleasant for you. Definitely. That'd slow down the destruction of your people by entire seconds.
Wow.
They're not a big fan of new aliens these days. Though they're not really big fans of us either, to be honest. They haven't accepted anyone new into their empire in several centuries. I wouldn't count on them making an exception for you. Because again, you did completely kill one of their ships. Look, we know you have a lot of gumption, and spirit, and nuclear weapons. So many nuclear weapons. What is wrong with you anyways? Uh-huh. Well, even with those, you have primitive spaceships, and you don't understand hyperspace, and you only know like half the digits of pi. So no, you cannot fight the Scribe. Not alone, at least.
We could definitely fight the Scribe.
Also, no. Thanks for asking, though. We would be a big help. We know how hyperspace works, at least. But we're just not big fans of getting squished by the Scribe. Right. We read Wimdu's report. But that Scribe died. He's dead now. The rest of the Scribe love us. They're going to murder us all, aren't they? Especially once they see you alive. Having friends is dangerous. Maybe being unpopular was some kind of evolutionary defense for our people. They're not. It's just that they have thousands of ships with very big guns. And you do not. But no, they're not invincible. We've seen lots of battle-damaged Scribe ships in the last few years, which suggests someone out there is already fighting them, though we have no idea who would do such a thing. Shooting the Scribe sounds like the kind of cool activity people tend to not include us in. There are lots of aliens around here, but most of them aren't that consequential. The Scribe mostly just leave them be. Until they become consequential, that is. And then... pow! It's weird that the Scribe have taken such an interest in you, in fact, because you are extremely inconsequential.
Maybe the
I
light
guess
sites?
you just have that kind of look to you. The look which makes evil alien empires want to wipe you out. Anyways, if you're looking for aliens who might be able to actually help you, you'll be better off talking to the Scribe's ward species. not all of which actually like the Scribe that much. There's the Mouquet. They have lots of tentacles, so you'd think they'd be good at hugging. They don't seem into it. Their homeworld is in the Beta Pavo system. Then there's the Mengmak. They're pretty friendly. A bunch of their ships are in the Speaker constellation. But we've seen them in lots of other places, too. Oh, and then there's the Drenkend. They're some kind of living weapon. They really like the Scribe and really like killing things for the Scribe. So we don't hang around them too much. You can find them in the Alpha Uxor system if you like being killed. Also, there's the Scribe. They're everywhere. Though that's probably not that helpful. So, what are you going to do? I mean, what are we going to do? Yeah, that's probably for the best. Don't want to drag your entire species into a galactic war after just one conversation. Like I just did. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. You can have as many hugs as you need. Also, perhaps more relevantly, please feel free to commandeer any Taiwan vessels that you require. I can assure you, the Taiwan on board will be more than happy to come with you. More than happy. Like, it'll be weird. Please hurry back. We can hang out anytime.
Alright. Open up the Proximus Inquiry System.
Proxima Centauri used to be a pretty quiet system until a few years ago. Then a bunch of refugees showed up. No one knows where they came from, but now the place is almost bustling.
Hello, Two-Armed One. You've approached us without shooting first. Nevertheless, we can't— This is a pleasant change for creatures in this part of the spur. Nevertheless, we can't speak with you. We have much material to gather before making our next leg of our journey. We can't help. It's ridiculous of you to ask. If you wish to know more, talk to the Noras manning the depot on the planet Slatha in this system. He's a talker.
I'll be able to make it. Too toxic.
Leave your vessel now, and you might survive this. Then it will be a big thing for us as well. Gosh, you are shiny and new. We're the Kazanti. As your people will soon learn, in this part of space, you're going to want to avoid the Kazanti. That's good. It will make you easier to kill. And it doesn't matter. We need what you have. We're entrepreneurs, friendo. Yeah, if you're new around here, I bet you are. Look, here's how we feel about the Scribe. Not at all. The Scribe Empire are the worst thing to ever happen to you. They'll wipe out everything you and your people have ever known. But to everyone else in the galaxy, They're shambling wreck, a slowly unfolding disaster lashing out at everyone they see, which leaves a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurs such as ourselves. Do you know what's one of the most profitable things we do? Peeking through the bones of shiny young aliens just obliterated by the scribe. So, where do you hail from, friendo? Where your people's bones gonna be? Ah, fair enough. We'll just take your ship then.
Jesus Christ.
Attention, unknown vessel. We require assistance. You do not know? This is good. We are Noras refugees. We have traveled far. There is a safe harbor for us beyond this region of the galaxy. If we can make it there. There is our fuel pressure regulator. It is broken. All the engines are dead. Other systems are on emergency power. Other Noras vessels in this system might have a spare, but they will not share. We have nothing to offer. No resources to trade. You seem surprised. You are a young race. You still know generosity. You will grow out of this if you keep growing. We will impinge on your generosity. Approach the other Noras in the system. Return to us with the fuel pressure regulator. You will? Then we await your return.
A communications channel? What are you gonna do? Beg for your lives? Good. I'm building up quite the archive of these.
It's you again. Wheat is if you wish, he's a talker.
I think I'm gonna have to try and make it down there. Alright. I'll see what I can do. I'll see how fast I die. I'm gonna have to be quick about it though.
Hello, Biom. Welcome. It is a term of classification, too armed. It's not an insult. Not at all. This supply depot serves all Noras vessels passing through this area, along with some of the friendlier aliens we encounter. You seem friendly. For a Biom. Is there anything you'd like to purchase? It's primarily and fuel which is suitable. Oh, and fuel pressure regulators. We have a lot of those. It's a device that regulates It's extreme. Our vessels have notoriously unreliable fuel pressure regulators. But it would be no use for a vessel with... A stranded vessel in the outer system? You will help those fools? They have nothing to offer. Why? They have nothing to... Do you find that offensive? Well, I could find it offensive you would help them for no reason, but I won't. I've met stranger beings than you. Very well. A fuel pressure regulator will cost you 1,000 RU. We'll load it up on your craft now. Safe travels by... Do you have the pressure regulator? This is a great thing you have done for us. We have little to repay you with, but we do have information. There's a crashed ship on the Ada Wendigo 2A. You might find useful materials there. Thank you again.
I gotta check something.
Welcome back, Captain. You should know that a delegation of Taiwan have just arrived, promising to share information, provide technology, and assist with our shipbuilding. They're also very interested in just hanging out. Let's not be ungrateful, Captain. We have few friends here. Which brings me to my next point. Star Control has new orders for you, Captain. The Taiwan, bless their sticky hearts, know less about this galaxy than we hoped. So, in order to fulfill our goals of not getting annihilated by homicidal aliens, we're going to need some more information. According to the Taiwan, there are a number of other alien civilizations within our immediate vicinity. We want you to contact these aliens and find out if they'll be willing to help us as the Taiwan have. It sounds like these Scribe already have enemies. If you can find out who those aliens are, I'd suggest they'd be a good place to start. Oh, there's lots more you could do. I just wanted to start you off with the easy task of preventing humanity's complete annihilation first. But if you want more, you could always secure mineral wealth for us. Or find out what happened to the Lexites. Or find love amongst the stars. That was a joke, Captain. Remember, you're now humanity's public face, our only representative out there. It's imperative that whenever you meet an alien, you make a good impression. That probably won't involve kissing. Nope. No, I haven't. Good, Captain. You have been authorized to take the ship wherever you best see fit to complete this mission. Feel free to return here as necessary to repair, resupply, and debrief us on what you learn. Yours is the only human vessel which can enter hyperspace at the moment, so this all rests on your shoulders. Though we're working on ways to fix that. We'll let you know how that goes. Now then, how can I help you? With the help of you'll now be able to build a variety of new modules to upgrade your ship's capabilities. And keep an eye out for any weird bits of alien technology. None of this will be free, though. Modules and hyperdrives require exotic materials, which means if you want ship upgrades or escort vessels, it might be faster to collect the materials yourself. From the shipyard, you can use RU to refuel your vessel, upgrade it, or build escort vessels.
Just happy to be here.
Anything else, Captain? Good luck, Captain.
It's really been 240 hours. I'll get fuel another. I'll get fuel here. Probably better here than...
Welcome back. Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell.
Enter Windigo A. Let's have a look at that first. Okay, we'll go do the Muke first. Almost there.
This facility has received word of your arrival and instructions to serve you as if you were exception, name not found, yourselves. Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted. Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics: exception, name not found, and their perception of time, powerful weapon systems, and fun facts. In a different manner than most organic beings, extensive translation records used to exist for explaining these differences in detail to interested beings. All have been corrupted save for what appeared to be a children's primer on exception, name not found. I will read from this now. As you get older, exception, name not found, get redder. As you get younger, exception, name not found, get bluer. 2 days from now does not exist. 4 days from now is the other side of the torus. 6 days from now does not exist again. And now you know.
Did they experience life in a circle? With portions of non-existence?
Exception, interesting powerful weapons detected. Although this facility has extensive records on powerful weapon systems, it has been instructed to not share them with anyone expressing interest in them. Gravity sometimes stops working if no one's paying attention to it. Is there anything else?
That's definitely an interesting fun fact.
Exception, civil farewell not.
Why do a lot of these guys have multiple stars?
Many playful splashes, unknown alien. On behalf of the Federation of Allied Species, I welcome you. The Federation of Allied Species is an organization dedicated to the principles of peaceful cooperation and cooperative peace. We're also interested in exploration, scientific advancement, and the consumption of fish. Oh no, we are. The Scribe don't really know about the Federation. They'd step on us if they found out. Which is kind of why the Mukai are the only member at the moment. The Federation is more than a union of alien races. It's an idea, a vision of something better, a shared... No. A community... No. We needed a hobby, okay? Oh, how nice it is to see another curious alien. Officially, the Mukai are loyal aquatic farmers serving the Scribe Empire. Unofficially, we are the founding member of the Federation of Allied Species. It's a bit of a juggling act. Well, we like to explore, but we're not allowed to explore anywhere. And we like to learn. Except we're not allowed to learn anything. The Scribe have placed us on a pretty short leash. They want us to be aquatic farmers, nothing more. So in practice, we're an interplanetary federation of kelp farmers more than anything. The Scribe cannot stand water worlds. Even on their own planet, they abhor the sea. The Scribe do not float. It is the reason I suspect there are so few ocean worlds in this part of space. The Scribe have done something to them. But on occasion, they develop faddish interests in culinary items from beneath the waves. They thought the Mukai could serve them in this role. We agreed to the arrangement, sensing the danger if we did not. Do we find it limiting being the only intelligent species in a galaxy full of cruel villains? Yes. But we always find ways to stay amused. Some time ago, we asked the Scribe if we could use some of their biotechnology to assist with our farming work. Super kelp was what we proposed. They refused. And then they agreed. Then they refused again. Then one more agreement. The Scribe can be a little disorganized at times. This is not a very peacefully cooperative thought, human. Anyways, with their technology finally, perhaps accidentally delivered to us, we began to study it, and discovered they had given us far too much. Every single thing they knew about cloning and genetic manipulation had been dumped in our beaks. We now had the power to clone beings, to modify them, put flippers on them, and make them dance. It's mostly horrific, but still a little amazing, yes. We have found that artificial beings, controlled remotely, are ideal for exploring the deepest parts of the sea. On the ice worlds we often colonize, they can travel to places too dangerous for a Mukai to travel alone. They're not sentient, so it's totally ethical as well. If you don't look too closely, anyways. Certainly. Scrive are the founding species of the Scrive Empire, and our masters. Along with their ward species, the Scrive control every star in this part of the galaxy. By some measures, they are incredibly civilized, powerful and intelligent. They have technology we cannot begin to understand. By other, better measures, they are profoundly evil. They regularly murder aliens that float in their way. They also regularly murder aliens that float out of their way. Many Muke were placed on racks to dry before we learned this lesson, and that only penetrates the upper waters of their cruelty. The Scrive are deeply opposed to exploration and curiosity. They spend great energy to clamp tentacles around the eyes of their ward species, even to the point of genetically engineering them. Possibly. They probably brought a lot of wretchedness to the table with them, though.
Ouch.
But in general, yes. The Scribe routinely breed or engineer their ward species to better suit their duties in the Empire. They won't say this clearly, of course, but that's what we've gathered listening to them. The Scribes sure do like to talk about themselves. Our people have a saying, to blow ink up one's own waste valve. But your waste valves... That is disgusting. Primarily by breeding docility into the species that needed to be made more docile. But there's evidence they've done much more. Take the measured, for example. One of the oldest ward species of the Scribe, they must have originally been a self-organizing reef of some sort. But the Scribe have since twisted them, engineering them into simple-minded bookkeepers and accountants. Their homeworld is in the Delta Domo system, if you want to lay eye stalks on them for yourselves. Be careful, though. It lies right near the heart of Scribe space. They planned to. When they encountered us, they talked about breeding programs for us. Plans which they never seemed to get around to. We think they find our breeding squicky.
Squeak.
This is a recent development. We have no idea which aliens are involved. We simply do not know. Someone with a huge, dangling hectocotylus, that's for sure. This is a recent development. We are not. Interesting. We see you humans have a certain flexible understanding of peaceful cooperation. This is a recent development. Interesting. We certainly. Is there anything else? Accepting a new member is a tricky process. Actually, it's an unheard of process. If they found out, the Scribe would stab us, then shoot us, then try us out. Then they'd repeat. So, no, let's go with no. Yes, they probably will. No, that's something we're quietly regretful about. You're not the first to point out the problems inherent in our Federation in its current form. The fact that it has only one member. The fact that we quietly stand by while curious young aliens such as yourselves get obliterated. And the fact that there are far too many fish out there that remain uneaten. These are questions that have been bubbling through our society for some time. But you are asking for a big thing. Admitting you into the Federation would risk a war with the Scribe. The Abyssal Council of the Muquet cannot put our entire people at risk so lightly. There is something, though, a protocol we've blotted out for such momentous situations. We would require you to do something for us first. Demonstrate your commitment to the principle of peaceful cooperation. Perhaps then the Abyssal Council would consider your petition for Federation membership. Great! Our colony at Lakai 8760 has recently come under attack by the Drenkend. The Drenkend are large and cruel beasts the Scribe use as shock troops. Many Muquet have already perished thanks to their bizarre and distressing attacks. They kill us while shouting nonsense about ears. It makes no sense. But any fool whose adolescent tentacles have dropped can see that this is probably a ruse. The Scribe have begun to take notice of our Federation. So long as you promise only to talk to them. If you cannot employ either the principle of cooperative peace or peaceful cooperation, you'll only make matters worse. Please, please be careful.
Oh, this has got some stuff to it. I just have to pray I'll survive. Honestly, I didn't want to know if that thing was dangerous or not. I didn't want to find out the hard way.
from Tyromia that the Scribe have taken control of the Delta Trireme A system.
Oh, I fixed it. Yeah, they definitely are looking shit. Oh, is this the star up here? Oh, that would explain why it's unclaimed. It's like, keep getting blown up.
How did you get through the blockade? The Dragon have besieged this planet for days now. Please, you have to stop them. They won't tell us why they're attacking. They just scream nonsense about ears and then fire their troops directly at us. It's been really unpleasant to clean up. You could, but there are actually a few other ways you could help. You could try and talk some sense into the Drankend. But they're the Drankend, so that will be frustrating. You could shoot them all, which would not be very peacefully cooperative, but we may be a bit beyond at this point. Or you could help us turn on this shield. We built this colony here to study the precursor relics on this world. One of which appears to be a continent-sized force field. We'd be invulnerable to the Drankend if only we could power it. Which is going to require about 50 units of degenerate matter. When we first surveyed this system, we found a moon in the outer solar system which should have some. Whatever you do, please hurry.
Unless it's that moon. Theoretically, it's possible. I'm gonna do some research. Did a very small amount of research. Nothing major, just like a really... Oh, is that this starbase here? I'll go to that one then. Maybe I'll be able to buy it there.
Captain, we're getting word from Star Control that something strange is going on Mars, near the old abandoned colony. We should check it out when we get a chance.
Sixio, welcome back. Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell not found.
Guess I'll go looking for resources. Maybe there's something in here. Gamma Parvo. Not what I wanted to do. I don't know why the star is green. It's windy and it's got a lot of radar. Windy, but otherwise not dangerous. That's a good start. Thought that ship was coming for me for a second. Water. You know what? I do suppose water would be pretty interesting, especially on a moon with light. This is pretty worthless. Vegetative? Ooh. I'd have a look. 590 is definitely something. Decent stuff. Especially since I think it's coming after me. There's two more.
Found a dead space fish here, Captain.
Wow.
Strange wounds on it. Maybe caused by a harpoon. Looks like it was carrying some resources, too. We'll salvage what we can.
Oh, sweet. I do not like how that ship is looking at me. Do I know it's a whole lot of nothing, but I risk it.
Sixu, welcome back. Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell not found.
You'll take multiple trips. Get a little bit more, or at least try to.
You're back! And have done nothing! The drain can still explode over us every hour! You do? Great! Thank you, friendly alien. We were beginning to wonder if the Drankend would ever stop dying all over us. A few, yes. Though thankfully our defenses have held. But watching the Drankend explode all over our defenses was mentally troubling, to say the least. Still, thank you. I'm sure if you report back to the Abyssal Consul on Mukayan, they'll wiggle most gratefully. Of course, and thanks.
You're... I'll deal with you later. Right now, I do not care. I don't want to care. We'll check you out in a hot minute. Ah.
Many playful splashes, humans. Yes, we know. The Abyssal Council have considered this matter very carefully. Although we risk war, ruin, and being fried in a light golden batter, we cannot ignore your generosity and effectiveness at solving problems. It is agreed. Humans have been formally adopted as the second member of the Federation of Allied Species.
Lovely.
We will send ambassadors to your homeworld right away. They will coordinate with your civilian leaders, share technology, and help keep us all from being squished horrifically by the scribe. They will also help you dispose of any fish you need to get rid of. If we might make one suggestion as to your first task as a Federation member, might we suggest you do something about the Drankend? Even if they are never likely to be peacefully cooperative enough to become a Federation member themselves, we might still be able to convince them to stop butchering other aliens. Or at least specifically stop butchering us. We doubt their attack on our colony was the last we'll suffer. There's more you might help us with, Federation. Though please don't take this as a sign that the life of a Federation member is a series of endless chores. That's but a portion of Federation life. One issue is simple. We desire information on any ice worlds that you encounter in the Wendigo cluster. It is extremely difficult finding unpopulated ocean worlds in this part of the galaxy. So my people look for ice worlds with subsurface oceans to build colonies on. Furthermore, these oceans often contain fish, which if properly exploited, mean that we could contain fish. Squeak. Because there are far less scribe ships to shoot us there, the Wendigo cluster is a particularly ideal place for us to settle. Another issue is more involved. We are conducting research on a pre-industrial civilization in the Delta Horos system. We sent a ship down to the planet to monitor the primitive beings, but then it got stuck. Moving around on land is a little tricky for us. The primitives pose no threat to our researchers, but they have begun to worship our downed vessel as an idol. We believe strongly in not interfering with younger aliens' natural development. We call it our principal dictate. It shouldn't. We definitely invented it ourselves. Sweet. Anyways, if you could help those ships, our stomach pouches would tremor most gratefully. Then, is there anything else? Take care, Federation member.
I was gonna take a look at whatever this loser ship that's been following me was.
Captain Star Control has contacted us. They want us to return to Earth as soon as we can to discuss a vital new element to our mission.
Huh. Well, that's good. Does that mean I don't have enough fuel? I should. Is it just refusing to autopilot? Yeah, I'm halfway there. And they're having an aneurysm.
I've got some news, Captain. A group of friendly squids showed up in the system not too long ago. They're called the Muke, and say we're now part of something called the Federation of Allied Species. Which sounds like a pretty nice thing to be a part of. Well done! And their ships look pretty cool, too. They've been asking lots of questions about our fish, though. Maybe too many questions. It sounds like they hate them, actually. Still, they've got some fish to spare. We'll share. There's one more thing. Given the imminent threat that the Scribe pose, many in Star Control want to establish a human presence outside of this system. Not keeping all our eggs in one basket, so to speak. We've been examining your reports on some of the systems you've visited and have identified several where we might potentially set up colonies. But to even consider that, we're going to need colony ships. The Taiwan have been trying to show us the secret of hyperspace travel, but it's slow going. We suspect they're holding something back. And they definitely don't want to just give us more hyperdrives. I think they're worried we're already reaching too far. Which means we need you to find more hyperdrives for us. If you find any in your travels, bring them back here. Whether we reverse engineer them or just straight up install them in new colony ships, we'll find some way to use them. And if we can reverse engineer them, we might be able to start equipping your fleet with our defense cruisers as well. Good, Captain. Now then, how can I help you? Anything else, Captain? Good luck, Captain.
I'll go check out Mars.
Captain, we're detecting a lot of drones down there. Where did those come from? There aren't any people on...
I get it. Honestly, I do really love sci-fi though. Something about it. I've been a massive fan of stuff like Star Trek and... Aw.
This is the old Martian colony, Captain. After it collapsed in the 40s, the Lexites helped tidy it up. I guess they left some drones behind when they did so. Drones which have evidently just decided to go screwy. I don't think we've solved all the riddles of the Lexites yet. Still, thanks for coming. I have relatives who died here. Years before I was born, obviously. Do you remember the colony collapse? How old are you anyways, Captain? Don't take that the wrong way. You look fine, full of life. Forget I said anything. Anyways, solar flares disrupted almost every vessel we had in the system at the time. Cut the supply lines for the colony for months. They never really had a chance. Bit of a memorial now. I'm glad we could preserve it.
Something about uranium on Mercury? I barely remember.
Captain, this planet is well beyond our ability to land on. We'll need to find some way to improve our lander technology to have a hope of safely
Not on Mercury. Oh, I can land on here? No, I can't. There's Io. I think Io's volcanic. Yep.
Captain, the weather on this planet will make landing very difficult. We'll need better landers to manage it.
But, yeah, uranium. Oh. Holy shit. Just be on the move and you won't die. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Welcome back, Captain. Anything else, Captain? Good luck, Captain.
Alright. Well, that was pretty fun. Holy hell, that's 2 hours of recording. Yeah. Hopefully, it's seen why I enjoy this game so much. Yeah.